Should have said born in Reefton as well. Tanya, Honourable Simon Bridges and Maureen and members of Parliament and mayors, Tanya and Bruce and Lisa for Ngāi Tahu. Thank you for the opportunity to come up and talk about one of my favourite subjects. Westpower is your consumer-owned business, which under its many previous forms has been the business of generating and delivering electricity to West Coast consumers for more than 100 years. In 1999, we sold our generation to Trustpower, and Westpower became a distributor of electricity to the consumers here, who are the owners of the business. After the sale to Trustpower, we still had a capability to offer electrical-based services through our trading branch, Electranet. Over 20 years, for the past 20 years, Electranet has grown into a successful business providing electricity distribution and transmission contracting and electrical engineering consultancy services throughout New Zealand and Australia. We have a team of 300 people across all areas of the Westpower and Electranet group, and opportunities have been created for West Coasters to learn trade skills. Many of our local staff work away from the coast for significant parts of the year, and I want to express my admiration for those people. I understand they work in that way because they want to continue to live the lifestyle that this special place provides. A good number of our people, though, live elsewhere in New Zealand, Christchurch, Nelson, Wellington, Auckland, and their work contributes to the financial performance of the group, strengthening the group, and I hope you'll not mind me reminding you that the discount that comes on your power account every year comes from Westpower people, not Trustpower or Contact Energy or anybody else who happens to have their name on your power account. It's Westpower. Thank you. We provide jobs for electricians and linesmen and apprentices in a number of trade groups. We also have some very smart professional engineers working in innovative and exciting fields that smitten Electranet in Christchurch and Auckland and Wellington. We have scholarships at the University of Canterbury, and we are shamelessly parochial about giving those to West Coasters whenever we can. In 2013, Westpower built the Amethyst Power Station in South Westland. This marked the return to generating electricity locally through small-scale, low-impact schemes. The benefit of the ownership of the scheme rests with our consumers, the owners of the scheme. Amethyst has proved itself over 6 years of operation. With the exception only of the turbine and the generator, the whole project was designed and built by West Coasters.
Wow.
Yeah. But not everything has gone our way. As Bruce has already alluded to, our application for a concession to build the Waitaha scheme in South Westland was turned down by Minister David Parker on the grounds that the intrinsic natural value and the benefits of recreation. The Waitaha scheme would be very similar to Amethyst in design, but due to its size would offer greater security of supply benefits and financial returns to West Coast consumers. Minister Parker said that he cannot take into account any of those benefits to the wider community and is only able to take into account the perceived impact on the small number of people that use the area for recreation. The impact on intrinsic value, natural character, is such that he cannot allow the scheme to proceed. We've always maintained that the Waitaha scheme could coexist with those who want to use the area of the Waitaha for recreation. We could agree with the decision Minister David Parker has made if the thing was not so damned remote. There are those who will experience the intrinsic value and natural characters. They are a very small group who can get themselves up the Morgan Gorge, and they would have the inconvenience of having to walk past a weir and 2 portals. DOC has conveniently provided a bridge at the head of the gorge right beside where the portals would go so that trampers can cross the river. Many of the kayakers will experience the natural value through the windshield of a helicopter as they make their way up to the head of the valley to kayak down the upper reaches of the river. This is an example of a policy that is shaping what we can and cannot do on the West Coast. What we essentially asked DOC and the government of the day for was the right to use a small bit of one of West Coast's abundant natural resources, the power of running water. We have a saying at the board, it ain't over yet. I know there's a lot of strong feeling about the Waitaha decision, and Westpower and the Electricity Trust are grateful for the expressions of support that we've received thus far. The trustees have arranged another way by which you can confirm that support. There are bumper stickers here to be picked up and stuck on the back of cars, other people's cars. The process of successfully growing a business such as Electranet and the way that we have is not easy, no matter where the business is based. Remoteness brings risk, but it does show that it is possible to build businesses in the regions that provide essential products and services to the rest of New Zealand. I think the community should be proud of the management, directors and the people of Westpower and Electranet who brought that about. Thank you.